Now this one is completing the square. So here's a homework problem actually. And what I'm going to do first is I am going to subtract 32 from both sides. 32 from this side, 32 from this side. So this is going to look like this. Okay, subtracted 32 from both sides. Now, if I think about this, just to remind you about completing the square, you have this x squared, which I have right here. You know, when we use those algebra tiles, I have 18 x's, which means I'm going to stack 9 of them on this side and 9 of them on this side because I'm trying to make a square. So how many little squares go in here? There's a whole bunch of them, right? What is it? Well, it's 9 by 9. There's 9 this way and 9 this way. 9 times 9 is 81. Now the trick is to say half of this number and square it. Half of 18 is 9. Square it is 81. Now that's what I'm going to have to add to both sides. So let me do that. So I did that, and what we end up with over on this side is you say, well, some number times itself, because there's going to be a perfect square binomial, some number times itself is 81, and if you add it to itself, it's 18. It's the same number. Oh, 9 times 9 is 81. 9 plus 9 is 18. So I could write it like this. Okay, here we go. Now what I did is I obviously combined those. Actually, not obviously, just so you know. 81 minus 32 is 49. And here is this thing, which I got from that thing. Okay. How do we continue to do this? Well, yeah, let's take the square root of both sides, right? There we go. Take the square root of both sides. And like we learned today, that if you have a square and a square root, they cancel each other out. And what is the square root of 49? 7. Plus or minus 7. Don't forget. So here's our answer. We've got plus or minus 7, that's the square root of 49, is equal to x plus 9. Okay, we have two answers, one with a positive 7 and one with a negative 7. Now, let's see. I am going to do two equations here. Let's see. So let me do this over here. I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. So here's one equation where x is equal to, that's 7 minus 9, and x is also equal to negative 7 minus 9. And those numbers end up to be, what is it, negative 2 and negative 16. So this would give me negative 2 as an answer. 7 minus 9, and this one over here is negative 16. Kind of messy, but we would end up with what? X equals negative 2 and x equals negative 16. Those are the two places that this parabola crosses the x-axis. Why? Because I can. Okay. There we go. And next, actually, I'm going to make another video for the quadratic formula. Okay, completing the square is this one. Quadratic formula is next.